On today's Minute of the Apes, Richard, finish eating and give us a tease.
What?
Any day now.
Oh.
Tease.
No. Wait. There's like some moments in here that I want to know if Sean knows what's happening because I know it's happening, but we can't really talk about it because it happens in future minutes.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape! Exercise would an ape make a human down. It talks. You're the keepers of the divine bound. It is our only reason for survival. We are determined to know what the apes want. War or peace. The only good human is a dead human!
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, a daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time.
But they're not all perfect teases, all right?
What is that you're eating?
A protein bar.
Okay, I do believe you said protein bar. Protein bar.
It's Rice Krispies.
Okay.
It's deliciously crunchy protein snack.
Okay. I asked. I thought it was a protein bar, but usually protein bars don't sound that crunchy. Dude, it's okay. You can chew
All
into
they
the
do
microphone.
in protein bars is put like rice crisps in it to make it crunchy.
Excuse me.
No, Rice Crisps. Outside the fact that cereal gets soggier than anything else, it's a wonderful crispy cereal. It just gets soggy so quick.
I don't have cereal very often.
Do you not?
No, not anymore. I don't have kids in my house.
I eat. See that now we're going to get into in between talk, but I eat high fiber cereal with almond milk every day.
I love anything high fiber.
Do you? Mm-hmm. So I'm basically eating cardboard.
I don't have to worry about being regular, so I don't need that.
It's not about that. I mean, to be quite blunt, my family dies of colon cancer. Like, you know, it's
Get some
Donald Trump going after new
Like
hotels.
it's going out of fiber.
Yeah. Hey. And so I swore, I was like, that ain't happening to me. I need fiber. Shove it down.
Oh, there's this really good company called Bob's Red Mill. Do you have any of that stuff? Mm-mm. They have this great little... We're not talking about the minute.
Well, so many people listen to this in the morning while they're eating their cereal, so we're doing a little cereal talk for them.
No, there's Bob's Red Mill has a really good product that's like fiber stuff. It's got like... I'd have to show you the package, but it's really good.
Please do.
Yeah,
I'm always looking for good fiber-ish
You
stuff
will
to eat.
be able to poop, and it's not bad.
Wow. This is poop of the minute of the
You know,
apes.
that's a glowing endorsement. You'll be able to poop and it's not bad. Hey, I want to eat that. Yum.
What minute are we on?
We're on minute 79.
All right, tell us what's going on with minute 79.
We start minute 79 with Zero thanking Armando for the amulet and ends with a shot of Heloise holding her baby.
All right, here we go. Minute 79 of Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Thank you.
Yes. And now, my dear, dear friends, before the police come and the audience gathers, you and your pretty baby must go.
Louis is on his way. Armando,
Yes?
I should like to say goodbye to Heloise first.
If only she could speak, she would say how very sorry she is.
I know. But we understand each other.
All right, all right.
As minute 79, we have planets worth of humans plus 3 living smart apes, that sweet, sweet Milo, and 1 dead ape.
There's not much in this minute.
Well, we get she wants to say goodbye to Heloise, correct?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
well, first of all, we get Armando giving his very flourishing, now, my dear, dear friends, before the police come and the audience gathers, I must take off my pants and show you my genitals like a
Stop.
baboon.
God.
Genitals.
Genitals, yes, I messed that up.
Are his genitals gentle?
My gentle genitals.
So,
In general, my gentle genitals.
don't you think it's a little odd how I don't think it's odd that Zero wants to say goodbye to Eloise because they forced upon us that she feels connected to this fellow mother.
Because she had a baby, yeah.
But it's weird that she asks to go into the cage.
Yeah, when it's a
wild animal.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Could she not have had this scene without needing to go inside?
Well,
and had it from
since we
opposite sides
have
of
the
cage.
guesses, since I have the guesses what's going to happen at the end, you have to get in the cage to have that happen.
Yeah, that is true. We do have to have the moment of
It'd
that.
be one thing,
but doesn't everybody else see what's going on in that minute?
That's what I don't know.
So what it should have been is it should have been her saying, "I would like some time with Eloise. Could y'all just leave me alone?" And what you do then is you see her. You zoom
Does
in
Armando
on
know?
You see Armando maybe leave the cage unlocked, or you see him deliberately put down a set of keys or something like that as he walks off, and then you're given the implication instead of I get in the cage and we stare at each other and I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, but
there is a nice level to this minute that she wants to go see Heloise and kind of show babies. But as an audience, you're wondering, what does this mean?
Yeah,
and you wonder, is this relevant? Like, this minute suggests but doesn't dial in what is going on.
Yeah, there's you have to be pretty deft with how you handle that to make it work without giving it away.
And they
don't even do it.
Try, yeah.
There's a, I mean, she wants to go see how she could do it from the outside of the cage, right? But what was interesting was Armando lets her into the cage with Heloise and then locks the door behind her.
I
Worried
thought that too.
Something would happen. He locks the door when Zero goes into the animal crate with.
Well, to your point too, Sean, I do think. God, I can't say too much. Armando knows. Armando, and that's why I even found the. Can I get in? Can I do this without him even acknowledging anything? Now, I also missed a moment earlier. I really thought because of Zera's human love, she was going to lay the smack down on Armando. Right before it happened, I was like, oh, God, she's going to tongue. But there needs to be some way of acknowledging, I don't know what the answer to it is, where she and Armando understand what's at stake, what's going to happen, and they at least
he glances over. He glances over at Cornelius, and Cornelius shakes his head yes.
Well, that I thought was also kind of weird and creepy. It's like, why is he?
They're trying to play this moment as if she needs to talk to a fellow chimpanzee mother,
right?
Without giving
maternal bonding,
without giving anything away. And they're trying to let the characters accept this as a maternal bonding without giving anything away. It needed something in either direction where she snuck into the cage to have that moment, or he needed to know what was happening.
Yeah,
and they didn't give us any of those things.
Yeah, I mean, it just
you need to go one way or the other. It was kind of somewhere in between where you're just walking around.
Yeah, you just need to say, "Everybody, please leave, so I can have some time with my baby and say goodbye to Heloise." That's all you have to do. Get everybody out of the room, and then she's.
Well, I thought she needed to even have a moment with Heloise minutes prior to. The only thing they've had is a couple of mothers looking at each other, Mom. There's no real connection. Why does she need that? That's where that almost rings like, what? Why? If they at least acknowledge we got two babies here.
Yeah.
That starts to make sense.
And the whole thing that Armando's trying to tell her how Heloise feels, I wanted her to go, look, I'm closer related to her than you. I know exactly how she feels. Right. Don't tell me how she feels. Also, who's the father of this baby, of Heloise's baby? Because I don't see any males around here, and you like to be dominated by apes. You're lucky she can't talk.
Well, you know who the father is. It's Cornelius.
Oh.
He actually already came back in time once for father of Heloise's baby. He went back, got Zero, brought it here. He really wanted a conundrum. It's conundrum of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. There's Armando says if only she could speak, she would say how sorry. And then Zero cuts him off and says, I know, but we understand each other. And that's kind of when the flip seems to happen. What? And the script direction is Armando looks at her interested, opens cage one, picking up blanket to baby Milo. She approaches and enters cage. Dane does not give enough of this moment to explain what's really going on.
Right.
But he also doesn't set it up in such a way that gives him a reason for...
Okay, so we're skating around what happens. I'm going to ask Sean.
Well, we talked about this in previous minutes. They've already set up with Zero doing the whole "mama, mama, mama." We know at some point you're going to hear the baby say "mama," and the fact that they're in the cage together is obviously they're switching them out so that she's got the unintelligent baby and the smart baby, and so Milo ends up staying with the circus.
So your read on it without having watched the rest of the movie
very
is
well. I mean, they made it obvious when she was doing the whole "mama, mama," and the other. Well, she can't talk. Well, I'm not doing it for her. "Mama, mama, mama."
Of all the things we always ask them, hey, you want to do this? You got to set it up somewhere. They at least you're right. They set it up, and it's pretty obvious. But that's true of storytelling. You can see those, and you know what's coming. And it's some way going to pay off. What you hope is you put enough in between that you quit thinking about that, and that quits being the focus of it. You begin to get into the escape of these apes.
Now, I needed this moment to be on Zira alone, or Zira and Armando. I didn't need everybody else to be complicit.
Now, I agree.
I needed Zira to say, "Can I have a moment?" And have Cornelius and Stevie and Armando leave, and have Zira have Heloise come to the front of the cage and look at Zira, and Zira look back at her,
and obviously they can't,
and then just cut, and then just leave it.
Go ahead, Sean.
And they couldn't do this because of the restrictions with the babies that they have, but it would have been interesting to see the two babies reach out and touch hands or something like that.
So, shouldn't her moment be with her baby and not with Heloise? Well, shouldn't it be that we know what she's done? Couldn't you just have it flat out that she's like, that she and Armando acknowledge she knows she's heading towards her death, and she gives her baby away in that final moment with her baby. We know the baby's safe. We don't know what's going to happen. You may get your payoff of mama, but you could still have this story work, and our hearts still break that they're having to run. And now she's giving away her baby, and she's taking this other baby, which is kind of wrong because
she's stealing another kid, and she's cuckoo birding her baby.
And she's probably going to her death. What's that mean for that kid? So,
well, I mean that's some level why I needed this to be not dialed into the audience, but apparent if you look at it. This was somewhat dialed in to what was going on, and I either needed to be 100% we know what's happening, or we don't know at all.
And see, I think this really, when you get down to it, only works if we know what's happening. I've forgiven this film forever.
But it puts no peril on whatever happens with Zira and Cornelius later on.
And I agree with you. That's probably why they went for it, because we want to think they're going to get away with baby Milo. But then you build in, let's leave your baby here. You guys go run. I'll pick you up in 1 hour. Mm-hmm. And then you build in that thing that all they have to do is live for 1 hour.
Escape for a little bit, or I'll find you in the morning. I'll find you at daybreak or something.
Yeah, something like that. So there's the peril, is they want to be back with their baby. Maybe they don't take a baby with them at all. Maybe she shows a pillow up her dress or something, so she still looks pregnant. I don't know. And then that can be Hasline's thing, is the baby disappeared. Whatever that may be, there are ways to build peril in.
I'm just thinking a bunch of different ways they could have done it. They could have done it where she goes, I would just like to say goodbye to Heloise. And you cut to outside the tent so you never see what happens. And then she comes out. And then at the end of the movie is where you do a little 2-minute flashback showing what happens in the cage of that she stole the keys or whatever.
So she comes out like that.
Yeah.
She's holding a baby, and maybe it's not wearing the medallion anymore.
Yeah.
And we initially think, hey, that's a mistake. But the truth is the baby in there now is wearing the medallion. That would work.
And then at the end,
subtle.
You see Armando see the medallion on the baby, but then he takes it off so nobody knows it's that baby. Yeah.
So Zira gets into
we just fixed it.
Hey, yeah, we fixed
right here.
The movie.
Come on.
Zira gets into the cage with Heloise. Heloise is holding her baby, which is obviously the same baby, and Zira's holding her baby, Milo.
Right.
And she does this thing where she is looking. Her head is tilted down towards her baby, but her eyes are looking up at Heloise. And she has a sympathetic, devious look on her face to appeal to Heloise. Heloise kind of moves her finger over her own mouth for a second, looks down at her baby, kisses her babies twice, And then we cut back to Zero, who then kind of mimics her and kisses Milo briefly on the top of her head for a